Alright, we're standing at the miter saw. I have a lot less to say in this demonstration than in the past two. They're getting shorter and shorter. Alright, we've got a lot of teeth right here. They're about to spin, and they're going to chop this thing down. This is also known as a chop saw, besides a miter saw. Watch what they do. In case you're left-handed, here's a left-handed version of the same thing. Again, watch my hands.
I almost jumped laughing. You don't laugh Andrew, I saw that.
Since you guys couldn't see behind me, I'm going to cut left here. I'll do the same thing. Why would we need this saw as opposed to the band saw, where I could have made the same type of cutting, I guess?
Cleaner cut.
Definitely a cleaner cut. So this end here is very smooth. When it comes out of the band saw, those teeth. Yep, actually I did it against the post. Yep, down against the table, tight against the fence. That is critical, actually. I'm glad you saw that one. Out here, this is one of the more dangerous things we can do in this room right here, is leave it out there. These teeth are spinning in this direction. When I turn it on, when they come down, they want to grab and they want to pull the board that way. If we give it room to move, it's going to grab it, slam it off the fence, and it's going to go flying out. So this fence is critical because it prevents things from flying around right there. So every time you come here, tight against the table, tight against the fence. That's really important right there. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? How about the power switch? You guys notice what I did up here? This thing? Okay. If you couldn't tell there, this is a trigger. You squeeze and you got to hold it on. If you don't keep holding, it's going to shut off. So I'm going to turn it on. So that's simple. So if you're cutting away and you let go of the switch, you're going to have a problem right there. It's going to slow down. It's probably going to slow down and grab and do weird things. So definitely keep holding tight to the switch all the way through. How about when did I turn it off? Anybody knows when I let go though?
When the weight went down.
When I got all the way to the bottom, yes. I cut through. There's now this gap. Okay, did I return it up right away? No, I did not. Okay, sometimes people don't notice that part. I cut through and I hold and I wait. Okay, the reason I wait at the bottom is because I've now cut through this board. I'm still holding on to this piece over here, so this one's in control. Nobody's holding on to this little piece that I just chopped off right there. Okay, if I come back through, these are really tight together. Okay, if I come back up through while it's spinning, these little teeth, see how they just kind of flare out a little bit? Those teeth can grab this thing, and this thing can get thrown, and it can fly off the wall and come out of the loop right here. This is a very, very powerful tool. So, for everybody's sake in the room, please weigh at the bottom. And in fact, I'll be looking for that when you guys make your practice cut. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show. Let's go through the questions here. Alright, I would say you know at least half of this already. Okay, number one, there's a guard question. You know the answer to that one. Number two, the retractable guard. And number two is this black thing right here. When I pull down, it moves up. It retracts for me. It moves on its own. It's really handy. It opens just in time for the teeth to hit the board right there. Okay, so they're asking, should you lock this into that position? Any guesses? No, there's a lot of teeth showing. That's very dangerous. So that is not safe. Number three, the sawing line. Just like at the bandsaw, we have a sawing line here. Obviously, you do not want your hands in the sawing line. Okay, but you can still stand there. Number five is the whole question. 6, you've seen that on the disc sander. Number 7, to shut off the motor before you remove your board. So this kind of goes back to what I was just talking about. Did I shut the motor off first before I took the board out, or did I take the board out and then turn it off? I turned it off first. Yep, that is definitely important to turn off first. Number 8, to force the board against it to slow it down. You've seen that question before. Number 9 is our big star question, an important one. For this machine to grab on at high speed, it grabs, it's going to smack it right off here and it's going to go flying out the window. On here, it's probably going to turn the board when it grabs it, and your hand will get turned into these teeth right there. That would be horrible if that happened. Okay, so super important. And that is the big one to get right. Number 10, to set the angle of the cut by locking the index prior to cutting. So before I cut, I want to lock this knob. This is our index knob. You can squeeze the trigger, you can change the angle. I'm going to do another cut here for you. This is 45 degrees. Let's see what happens when I do 45. Okay, 45-degree cut. So 45 plus 45 adds up to be what?
Oh, 100. 90.
That'd be a 90-degree angle right there, a right angle. I'd call that a square corner. What might we use 45-degree cuts or miter cuts? Jewelry box. Yep. Picture frames. You won't do picture frames here, but you could. That's it right there. So there's a lot of reasons to use this machine. So lock the index. Now we'll have it at 90 degrees most of the time, right there, locked in. Okay. And lastly, number 11. If you've got some sawdust like this spread around from the person before you, should you clean it off before you start? You definitely want to. You probably don't realize it, but these little pieces of sawdust, if they're underneath your board, it's not much, but you can see there's a little bit of a gap under there now. That means your board's not sitting flat, and you're not truly getting a 90-degree cut on your board. Right there. It's messed things up. So brush it out, blow it out wherever it takes. Okay, I'm done. Any questions?